Hello and welcome to Mouse in the Mitten Trivia Pod, a podcast where you can test your Disney trivia knowledge over a variety of topics. My name's Court and I will be your host. Our game will consist of 5 rounds of 6 questions covering everything from your basic Disney knowledge to some unknown facts. Each question is worth 1 point unless otherwise noted. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, and let us know what was your score. And hey, if you are planning on going down to Disney or going out to Disney in California anytime soon, you want some help planning your next vacation, feel free to email me at mouseinthemitten@gmail.com. Would love to help you get set up. Would love to help make your vacation as magical as it can be. Well, hey, we got some fun today, so without much further ado, let's get started. So, round 1, we are going to celebrate one of the most unique people to ever come out of Disney, and that is Tim Burton. This week is Tim Burton's birthday, so we're going to pay a little homage to him by asking you some questions about Tim Burton, asking you some questions about some of his work that he's done, and we're going to have a little bit of fun with it as well. So, question number 1. Within 3, what year was Tim Burton born? Question number 2. What was Tim Burton's directorial debut? Hint, this was not a Disney movie. Question number 3. What department did Tim Burton start out in at Disney? Question number 4. Which Tim Burton film features a character named Jack Skellington? Question number 5. Which actor has frequently collaborated with Tim Burton and appears in movies like Edward Scissorhands, as well as both Alice in Wonderland remakes? And question number 6. What movie did Tim Burton create that caught the attention of Disney? I'm going to give you a little bit of music, try to come up with those answers, and then I will return. Alright, let's get you some answers here about Tim Burton. So question number 1 was, within 3 years, what year was Tim Burton born? Well, he was born on August 25th, 1958. So in order to earn the point there, you would have had to say between 1955 and 1961. Question number 2, what was Tim Burton's directorial debut? And I gave you a hint that this was not a Disney movie. Correct answer there was Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Obviously, that has a lot of headlines lately as the man who portrayed Pee-wee recently passed away, but his major directorial debut was Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Question number 3, what department did Tim Burton start out in at Disney, or while he was at Disney? Well, he started out in the animation division, which, I mean, you kind of think of the whimsical Pee-wee and how crazy it was, but at the same point, like, some of the things that he's done since then, it's a combination of some of it's live action, some of it's animated. Definitely can see how he started out there, and you can kind of see where his path took from there, which leads us into this next question. Which Tim Burton film features a character named Jack Skellington? Obviously, if you were here last week, this one should be pretty easy, but that is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Next question, question number 5. Which actor has frequently collaborated with Tim Burton and appears in movies such as Edward Scissorhands and both Alice in the Wonderland remakes that he did? Well, that is, of course, Johnny Depp. They've done a ton of movies together. Their vibes kind of match, so that one makes a little bit of sense as well. Last one, question number 6 here. What movie did Tim Burton create that caught the attention of Disney? Well, that is a little animated short that he made called Stalk of Celery Monster. I have not seen it. It looks very interesting. I'm not sure where you can watch it. I'm sure that somewhere, I mean, I'm sure it gets taken down the second it gets put somewhere, but seems like it follows the Tim Burton vibe, and definitely you could see where his mind was and where he kind of gets his inspiration for a lot of the movies that he's come up with since that time. All right, let's move in now to round number 2. And round number 2 is our Fast Facts round. This round is filled with simple questions that also have simple answers. Today's category is Disney sidekicks. For this round, I'm going to give you the name of a sidekick. You have to simply tell me what movie did they come from. For example, if I were to say Timon and Pumbaa, you would say The Lion King. So let's get started with question number 1. Jiminy Cricket. Question number 2. Pascal. Question number 3. Flounder. Question number 4. Gus. Question number 5. Ray. And question number 6. Percy. Now, we can have some debate later about what makes a sidekick, what's the difference between a sidekick and just an animal companion. We can have those debates later and everything else like that. For now, let's just get some answers and let's have a little bit of fun with this as well. So question number 1, Jiminy Cricket. Well, Jiminy Cricket is from Pinocchio. Question number 2, Pascal. Well, Pascal is from Tangled. He's always hanging out there on Rapunzel's shoulder, changing colors, everything else like that. He's cool. He's cool. All right, question number 3, Flounder. And yes, the animated version is far less creepy than the live action one. That is from The Little Mermaid. Question number 4, we have Gus. Gus and Jacques were together. They were both mice in Cinderella. Question number 5, Ray. Ray is from Princess and the Frog. He helps to guide them to Voodoo Mama Juju's house to be able to break the curse, everything else like that. And then question number 6, Percy. Percy is from Pocahontas. He is the dog that came over on the ship with all the guys who found Jamestown and everything else like that. He's a pug. You can't go wrong with a good pug in a good Disney film. Now again, we could talk about what makes a Disney sidekick and everything else. We'll debate that later. For now, let's just close out on that fun fact. All right, let's move on into round number 3 now, and this is our round called Connecting the Circles. This round will have 5 questions that may or may not be Disney related, but the answers do relate to each other in some way through Disney. The 6th question will be the connection between those 5 answers. So let's get started with question number 1. What animal is considered the king of the jungle? Question number 2. What horn-billed bird of Africa can be up to 2 feet long and weigh less than a pound? Question number 3. What animal has 4 species known as spotted, brown, striped, and arid wolves? Question number 4. What is the name of the type of pig that you typically find in Africa? Question number 5. What kind of primate belongs to the Old World monkey family and are known for their diverse behavior and social structures? And question number 6 is, what is the connection? I'm going to give you a little bit of music, try to come up with those answers, and then I will return. All right, let's get you some answers here and let's try to connect those circles. So question number 1. What animal is considered the king of the jungle? Well, that is the lion. Question number 2. What horn-billed bird of Africa can be up to 2 feet long and weigh less than a pound? Well, that is the African red-billed hornbill. Yes, it's a mouthful, but that is the full name of that bird. Question number 3, what animal has 4 species known as spotted, brown, striped, and arid wolves? I'm not sure if I'm saying that last one right, but we're going to roll with it. The correct answer there is the hyena. Question number 4, what is the name of the type of pig typically found in Africa? That is a warthog. And then question number 5, what kind of primate belongs to the Old World monkey family and are known for their diverse background and social structure? That is a baboon. So we had answers such as lion, African red-billed hornbill, hyena, warthog, and baboons. If you weren't 100% sure what the answer there is, if I had thrown in the word meerkat in there as well, maybe you would have gotten it, but those are all the animals that have speaking roles in The Lion King. So those are all the different animals that we see that voice and talk to each other throughout the movie of The Lion King. So hopefully a little bit of fun with that one. Hopefully you were able to connect those circles. All right, let's continue on to round number 4. And round number 4 is typically reserved for movie anniversaries. I mentioned last week, this one was going to be more of a classic one, and it is. We are going to be talking about Bambi. The 5th full-length animated feature has an anniversary this week, so all these questions will have to do with Bambi. While a lot of us may have cried when Bambi lost his mom, a lot of us still have smiles as we remember Thumper and Bambi and all of his friends and all the antics and fun that they had together. So let's get started with some questions about the movie Bambi. So question number 1. Within 3 years, what year did Bambi come out? Question number 2. What name does Bambi give his skunk friend? Question number 3. Why was the release of Bambi delayed in Europe? Question number 4. Who does Bambi end up falling in love with? Question number 5. What is the name of the iconic song from Bambi composed by Frank Churchill and lyrics written by Larry Morey? And question number 6. Bambi, A Life in the Woods is a 1923 Austrian novel that inspired the movie. Who was the author of that book? All right, I'm going to give you a few seconds worth of music and then I will return. Let's have a little bit of fun with this beloved classic. So question number 1, within 3, what year did Bambi come out? Well, Bambi came out officially in the United States on August 21st, 1942. So in order to get the point there, you would have said between 1939 and 1945. And that one might explain your answer to question number 3 as well. But question number 2 first. What name does Bambi give his skunk friend? Well, he gives the name to him of Flowers. If you remember, Bambi's starting to learn how to walk. He's starting to learn how to talk a little bit. Thumper's kind of trying to tell him how to say different things. Tells him, he starts smelling all the flowers. Flower kind of pops up, and Thumper's trying to get him to say skunk. And he keeps calling the skunk Flower, and that's how they got the name Flower. Question number 3, why was the release of Bambi delayed in Europe? Well, again, if you kind of know the time period there, they waited until after World War II was done. So the answer there was delayed because of World War II. They waited until after the war was over, and then they released it to all of Europe, though this film did premiere in London. Question number 4, who does Bambi end up falling in love with? That is Feline. If you recall, they met at a younger age. Winter comes, he kind of grows up, he has some antlers, and, Thumper falls in love, Flower falls in love, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm never going to fall in love. And then he sees Feline for the first time, and he's like, whoa. And they end up falling in love. Question number 5. What is the name of the iconic song from Bambi, composed by Frank Churchill and lyrics by Larry Moore? That is Love Is a Song. That is played throughout, has the undertones of it throughout, and that's kind of the basis of the music for Bambi. Last but not least, question number 6. Bambi, A Life in the Woods is a 1923 Austrian novel that inspired the movie. Who wrote the book? Answer there is Felix Salten. No, I have not heard of him before this. No, I have not read any of his books before. But that is the person who wrote the book that inspired the movie Bambi. So now you can forever remember Felix Salten inspired the movie Bambi. All right, we are going to wrap today's game up with a little game called Odd One Out. For this game, it's similar to connecting the circles, but a little different as well. I'm still going to give you 5 questions like connecting the circles. The difference is question number 6 will be what one doesn't belong, and it's going to be based on the answer. So I'm going to give you 5 questions based on those answers, which one does not belong. So let's get started with question number 1. What 6-letter word is defined as a possibility of something happening? Question number 2. Who says the famous line, "Please, sir, I want some more," from a play of the same name? Question number 3. What is the last name of the Jamaican sprinter who has the world record in the men's 100-meter and 200-meter dash? Question number 4. When someone on TikTok starts their video with the first part of someone else's video, they often say that you blank a video together. Question number 5. What Nickelodeon cartoon turned Disney cartoon features a boy who writes in his journal at the beginning and end of every episode, as well as having a dog named Porkchop? And question number 6 is which one does not belong? I'm going to give you a little bit of music, try to come up with that answer, and then we will conclude today's game. All right, let's get you some answers here to this final category. So, question number 1. What 6-letter word is defined as a possibility of something happening? That is a chance. Question number 2. Who says the famous line, "Please, sir, I want some more," from a play of the same name? Well, that is Oliver. Question number 3. What is the last name of the Jamaican sprinter who has the world record in the 100-meter and 200-meter dash? Well, that is Bolt. Question number 4. When someone on TikTok starts their video with the first part of someone else's video, they often say that you blank a video together. That is stitch a video together. And then question number 5 is what Nickelodeon cartoon turned Disney cartoon features a boy who writes in his journal at the beginning and end of every episode, as well as has a dog named Porkchop? That is Doug. So you had answers such as Chance, Oliver, Bolt, Stitch, and Doug. So which one does not belong there? That one is Oliver. Chance is the dog from Homeward Bound. Bolt is the dog from the movie Bolt. Stitch, technically they adopted Stitch from a dog shelter and they thought he was a dog, so I'm saying that Stitch was a dog at one point, so that goes together. And then I put that little nugget in there of Doug's dog being named Porkchop, but yeah, we also have Doug, the dog from the movie Up, whereas Oliver from Oliver and Company is a cat. So Chance, Bolt, Doug, and Stitch. All of those are dogs. Oliver's the odd one out because Oliver is a cat, despite the fact that he does hang out with a lot of really cool dogs. That's it for this week. I want to thank you for tuning in this week. I will return next Thursday with more questions and more fun. Make sure you're following us on Apple and make sure you select to follow, that you choose to automatically download as well. If Apple isn't your thing, make sure you subscribe everywhere else. If you're over here on YouTube, make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you click that notification button so that way you are aware of every time that we get these videos out, so you can watch them as soon as they come out. Make sure you also let us know in the comments what was your score. Also, if you have the opportunity, wherever you can, give us a 5-star review, thumbs up, whatever. You can also let us know what your score is on all of our social media. You can find us at Mouse in the Mitten on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And again, if you are planning on going to Disney, if you're planning a cruise, if you're planning a trip, feel free to let me know. I'd love to help you plan it, get you all squared away, and get you all set up. You can email me at mouseinthemitten@gmail.com. Well, hey, my name's Court. The dog's name is Milo. I appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you next week.